Hey guys, Luke here and welcome back to my FIFA 16 career mode, and we're with Swansea City, and this is episode 16. In this episode, we've got a pretty eventful one in my opinion. We're starting it off with an FA Cup game. It is a semi-final against Manchester United, so it should be a cracking contest, followed by Premier League games against Leicester and Newcastle. But the first bit of the episode went over Jordy and Matt's contract. Now, I talked about it last episode. Wasn't really sure if we wanted to offer him a new contract, but we have went and done so. He did earn his contract in my opinion. We played him and he definitely did the job pretty well in my opinion. Although we haven't been performing too well in the league. FA Cup, we seem to just turn it on. I don't know if it's the threat of being eliminated or whatever, but we've been playing very, very well in the cup games. And we're back to the 4-4-2 formation. We did try a different formation out last game against Chelsea, maybe even a few games, but I know for sure the last game against Chelsea, in which we had a 2-1 loss in the Premier League, but they're coming first. No shame losing to them. Manchester United, however, are also another good side. Not quite as good as Chelsea, but they're someone we have to be on our aim game, and that's what we've been so far. Sigurdsson on the ball here, and he didn't quite get to it initially, but he does win the ball back. I don't know if it was Blind or I don't know who it was who ended up with the ball, but we ended up just muscling them off the ball, and Sigurdsson puts it into the back of the net. So I'm not going to say it's quite early on, but what a way to start the game, getting that lead. And you see right here, we're going to continue the attacking pressure here. Nathan Dyer with all the pace in the world up against Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw actually did catch up to him. Shaw's actually pretty quick himself, but Dyer just going across the field there, and it was a deflected shot, but De Gea actually was quite concerned about that one. It looked like it troubled him a little bit. Did make the save in the end, but we're actually really troubling Man United. But Wayne Rooney right here takes a little bit of a shit shot there. Really should have just, I don't know, laid it off for his teammate, or taken it in a little bit further himself. But he does take it a bit further himself this time, although the shot was yet again not on target. So Rooney not having his best day in front of goal, but we certainly are. This is one of our better performances there, and what a cutout that tackle was, or that pass was, I suppose. Rojo gets the ball there. Schweinsteiger ends up heading it on, but does fall back to Lacazette, who they signed. I don't know if it was in January, I don't know, or if it started the year, but they did sign him, and he banged that one straight over the crossbar. So very, very lucky for us. And you see here, Key won a free kick, but we're going to continue it on. Nathan Dyer heading towards goal there. Luke Shaw up against him, and Nathan Dyer, what a shot that actually was. So unlucky that it didn't go in, but could have been 2-0 very, very easily. Now 88th minute here, not too long after that last little clip there, but just shows us the sort of player, the play style we're using at the moment, and just being very, very patient, waiting for things to open up rather than forcing things. We've got the lead. We don't have to worry about trying to get back into the game or anything. We just need to hold on to the ball and, like I said, wait for a good opportunity. Now Nathan Dyer here gets it to Key, I think it was, and yet again we hit the crossbar. Well, the first time we hit the post, this time we hit the crossbar there. So that's 2 goals that we're going begging, and we're into injury time. It is Fergie time, though Fergie's not here, so probably won't get that much time compared to normal Man U. It's been a few years, but they are going to get a great little opportunity there. I don't know if it was Carrick. I don't think it was Carrick. It might have been Lacazette again, and this time he ends up hitting the post as well. So we got very, very lucky in the end. We got quite unlucky ourselves in terms of us hitting the post, and it was a little bit frustrating, but in the end the post is what saved us as well. So we can't be too mad. And a 1-0 win against Man United, FA Cup semi-finals. We're going to the final. I know this game was already played at Wembley, but we got an even bigger game at Wembley this time. So very, very happy with that one. You can see there, in terms of a transfer budget, that sort of stuff, it doesn't really help us that much, but it might help us out in contract situations, and being able to get more scouts and that sort of stuff as well. So although we can't buy anybody at this stage, we can definitely look at just improving the whole organisation as a whole, keeping players happy and that sort of stuff. So it definitely every little bit counts, and hopefully every little thing counts. Every little bit counts in terms of the actual game, because a game is against Leicester. Although we've been getting lots of draws and that, and like I said, every little bit counts. We're still sliding down the ladder, so we need to cut that shit out and start winning. We really need to start winning. That's plain and simple as that. But you can see Gomez making a nice little run there. I don't know what the Leicester defenders were doing, but they left him wide open there, and he ended up going through. Didn't quite have the pace nor the ball control to really go on with it, but he did get a shot away. And you see right here, Gomez actually went for a header, and you see he's staying down injured now. It wasn't something where he had to come off, but it was something that I chose to bring Gabriel on. First reason is I feel Gabriel better suited for this game after having a little bit of a feel for the match. I decided that having a bit of a pacey striker rather than having Gomez on there, a little bit of a target man, I just felt like Gabriel would be a better option. Plus Gomez was actually injured, so we don't want to further injure him. But Jamie Vardy here ends up scoring, and Jamie Vardy can't stop scoring in real life, and as you can see there, actually got a pretty good record on this game as well. 11 goals for this season in the Premier League. And I've got to say, very, very frustrating losing to Leicester now. We just seem to be a side that just can't perform in the Premier League. We've got no excuses here. We're fielding a pretty strong side, and you see 90th minute coming up in a second here. It's Andre Ayew on the ball. Get to shove in an overlapping run there by Gabriel, and the ball is blocked there. So that's great defense there by Leicester, and it's going to be one final opportunity here. Correa on the ball, and we've got Montero, who's with him, obviously took the corner, and he whips in a cross, and it's a very, very poor cross. Was aiming to pick out Ashley Williams in the box there, but obviously couldn't get it to him, and it's a 1-0 win to Leicester City at home. Very, very disappointing, but you can see yet again they had more shots. The only thing we'll look a bit better in was possession, and I gotta say possession doesn't mean much, and been trying out new formation, that sort of stuff, so we are experimenting a little bit. I suppose you could forgive us for losing a few games here and there, as you know we are going to be playing in the final of the FA Cup, but I think we definitely got to get our shit together, because I'm not sure exactly who we're taking on. I think we're actually taking on Newcastle in the FA Cup, so hopefully we can just stamp a little bit of authority in this game. That'd be quite good. Look to put the sword in them, just send a little bit of intimidation, saying we've got you covered. We've got you covered before the game's even started in the FA Cup final. However, you can see here, not a full strength side, but I think it is a pretty strong side. I think we've got both fullbacks being rested, as well as Geordie and Matt's playing, and I think Routledge is playing as well. So we haven't gone all out, as we've got the FA Cup final coming up next episode, which actually I don't know if it is next episode, but we're pretty much rounding up the season next episode, I think. But yeah, we're right down to the business end of the season, and every win counts. Every win helps us. We're not going to get top 4 or anything like that, and I don't think it was really a realistic target, but we definitely want to, we want to be somewhere up there. Maybe we can get 6 or something. That would be nice. You see right here, I don't know if it was Mitrovic, actually it was Riviere by the looks of things. Gets a little header on, and he puts it wide. He really should have done a lot better than that. You see Tim Krul here stuffing around the ball, and Gabriel putting pressure on, and then he is brought down in the box there for a penalty, and we get very, very lucky there. It was Mbemba, I think it was. Was it Mbemba? I don't know who it was. I actually don't know who it was who gave away the penalty. I'm pretty sure it's a centre back. I don't know if his name is actually Mbemba, but I gave away the penalty, and Gabriel, who won the penalty, steps up, and he ended up scoring the penalty as well there. So Gabriel, he's had a pretty strong finish to the season so far. Obviously only 3 goals this season, but he has created a lot of opportunities. Just we haven't scored that many goals overall. We've been pretty much a grinding sort of style of side, and if we pick up a lucky goal, that's whatever works for us. That's been working for us this stage. Sometimes we come out and blow teams off the park, sometimes we don't, and I gotta say this is actually a pretty good performance from us. But it is Gabriel again who bangs it in, scoring the 2nd goal of the game and his 4th goal of the season. So just talking about Gabriel needing to pick it up a little bit in terms of goal scoring, and he certainly has done that this game right here. He's getting a bit of an opportunity. We've been playing Gomez a lot, been playing Correa a lot, and those guys have been performing, so it's been a little bit difficult to try and working Gabriel. We tried him on the wing in a few different positions, and striker is obviously his position, so playing him out wide and that sort of stuff, he might be able to get away with it, but it's not something we want to permanently do or anything. And we've had way more opportunities. Ayew, that's his 2nd opportunity in not too long. First one he put wide, the first shot was actually a nice little tackle. It was a nice sliding tackle, a bit risky, but they did that. And then it was a block shot and an header. He has got next to no opportunity this season, and we brought him on because, like I said, we're resting people for games. We had just had FA Cup game, we had another Premier League game, so players are quite tired. So like I said in previous episodes, squad rotation is key, and you see Ida had a nice little chance there, just couldn't get the ball down. I don't think there was really any way he actually could have scored that one, because the position he had to get himself in there, the keeper would have just got got it had he tried to actually score it properly. But he tried his best. He ended up with a 4, but I got to say our team played really, really well that game. Might have got lucky with that penalty the first game, but sometimes create your own luck, and Gabriel was putting a lot of pressure on, and with that we keep ourselves in 10th spot, which we haven't progressed, we haven't regressed at all in the previous since the previous episode. And you see there Norwich actually start to fall down the table there, but we will finish off this episode just having a look at some of the signings for the youth squad. Now we did go off Mexico with the first team we'll have a look at. We went with Korea as well for the second side. So there are a few players here and there, and then to round it out, here's our actual full-on youth squad. So we got a pretty good variation on different players. We got keepers, we got wingers, we got strikers, we got centre backs and that sort of stuff. So I'm pretty happy with the players we've got. We've got CDMs, you can see on the screen there. So like I said, good variation. And then here's our squad report, because it was the start of the next month. So you can see currently a lot of players have progressed a fair bit since the start, and so although people like Shelby and stuff haven't been quite going up in overalls or anything lately, we are still sort of training them. Maybe not every time, but like I said, we are still training them, but just rotating it around as we've been doing the whole season. Anyway, that's where that's where the video is going to end. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke MYT, Facebook page in the description below, and check out my second channel, it's Gaming with Mr. Luke. My Twitch channel is also in the description below. And yeah, see you for the next video. Bye guys.